There's a saying in the recovery community, we're only as sick as our secrets. The idea of hiding the fact that we have a child that's suffering from addiction or mental health, that is not going to fix anything.
I find that a lot of parents are trying to differentiate between what is like a normal teenaged angst and what might be indications of something a little bit more sinister.
My first experiences with substances was when I was 12. I sought out marijuana. At pretty much all times I had some form of weed pen or cartridge.
At a really young age, I had sworn that I was never gonna get involved with marijuana, any pills, any hard drugs, nothing. I swore it off. As I got older and I saw more and more people using substances around me, it just kind of seemed like less and less of a big deal.
There were certainly signs looking back that there were issues, but I was pretty oblivious for many years.
So I tried weed for the first time when I was, I want to say 12 years old, and drank alcohol by the time I was 13. It still felt very innocent. My drinking was not normal when I started. The first time I ever drank, I blacked out, I threw up everywhere, and the next day I woke up and I was like, when do I get to do that again?
I was very secretive about my drug and alcohol use. I was a straight A student. I was first team football player. I had great friends, a great girlfriend. I had the high school picture life, but behind closed doors, I was physically dependent on Xanax and opiates.
So by the time I was 14 years old, I was doing cocaine, I was doing MDMA, and because there are no like pure drugs anymore, the first time I did MDMA, I actually did methamphetamine, and I was like 15 years old. And by 15 years old, I was doing Xanax consistently. I was doing benzos, I was drinking all the time, whatever I could get my hands on, I was doing.
I had access to prescription opiates. It eventually led to stealing prescription opiates, then buying them off the street. And when I could no longer afford that, I made the switch to fentanyl pills when I was 15. From the point that I first took a prescription pill to the time I was fully physically dependent on fentanyl was less than a year.
I went with my problems undetected for almost the entirety of my substance abuse and alcoholism. The breaking point and the action of asking for help had to come from me internally.
It wasn't until I was 16 where I couldn't take it anymore, and I got honest to my therapist for the first time, and he told me that I had two options. One was that he would go and tell my parents, or I could bring them in the room. And I cried like a baby in my mom's lap and told her that I was addicted to fentanyl.
Hope is not a plan. We have to connect with others. We have to bear each other's burdens. We have to be open and honest about the things that we see and the things that are happening. And then we have to begin to connect and reach out to others, put those resources and plans in place.